Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Nora.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, November 10th. It's not Happy Monday. It's snowing out there. It's snowing. My fingers are cold.
It's snowing. It's cold. People don't know how to drive. Friday was really irritating.
Friday was a very long day. Kitty, our Mr. Semi kitty boy. He was not looking well last week. By Friday morning, when we decided to take him to the emergency vet, I really didn't think I was coming home with a cat. I really didn't. But he just had an abscessed tooth. They lanced it to drain the infection.
It kind of filled up under his chin like 4 times the size it should be.
Yeah, and he leaked. My poor cat, who's got a white front, had just blood everywhere. He was ready for Halloween a week late. I can't get it off of him. I don't know what I'm going to do because I can't get it off of him. I have tried today.
Hey, honey. I'm going to say something, and this is actually me being honest. It's also the weirdest thing ever.
What?
Club soda.
I haven't tried that. I don't have any of that.
That's what they always say whenever there's blood stains involved.
But, so he is okay, and he's back to his usual terrorizing us self. We do have a follow-up appointment with our personal vet. We took him to the emergency vet because our vet didn't have any appointments open on Friday. We do have a follow-up appointment with our vet before Thanksgiving, so hopefully it doesn't require any dental surgery extraction.
It's going to.
But it very well may.
If it got that bad, I want it out of him.
We will see what the vet says when we see her.
Also, Friday he was very not feeling good, so he was nice to the vet. I don't know what spry and abnormal self Simi is going to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. They understand he's not a cat that goes to the vet on the regular, so they understand. He could be grumpy.
Oh, no, I just feel bad if he gets them, that's all. I'm going to feel bad.
Well, yes, they're used to it, though. So. And I would just like to express that this sweatshirt is like the most comfortable sweatshirt I own. It's so comfy. I don't know why it's so comfy. But it is. It's one of the sweatshirts that I get from where I get my screen print, my sublimation and my vinyl stuff. This is not from that store. I had to order this specially online. So I had the CBJ logo and the back of it. I think I have a picture of it somewhere, so I will put it over our faces so you can see it. But this is like literally the most comfortable sweatshirt I own now, and now I want to go buy like 4 or 5 of them. I'm wondering if the non-hooded sweatshirts are as comfortable. Unfortunately, the company that, it's Gideon, and that's the company, so you can buy them at Hobby Lobby also. They don't make my size long sleeve shirts. Their t-shirts are really comfortable too. If you're looking for comfortable t-shirts, sweatshirts, place to go. Squirrel. But I'm really comfy. I've not wanted to take my sweatshirt off today. I was going to bump up the heat a little bit because it's kind of chilly in the house. As long as you're comfy, I'm good with my comfy sweatshirt.
So I can turn the heat down?
No. It is a little bit chilly. I washed my hands right before we did this, so my hands are cold because of that. But,
I'm just letting you know where my comfort level is.
I know. It has been an absolute insane 4 days. Friday, Saturday, yesterday, today. Yesterday was calm, but the weather was a little bit challenging. Today, I was supposed to go to the ashery with Mom and Dad. I had a feeling last week we weren't going to go. By Friday, I was pretty well convinced we weren't going to be able to go. I was right. We didn't go because of the weather. It's not terrible. It's just, it's been snowing intermittent off and on, and it's like the visibility sucks. And I don't blame my mother for not wanting to drive down there. I wouldn't want to drive down there.
As I've always said, for every snowflake that falls, a driver loses a brain cell.
It's just, yeah.
Because normal, very good drivers start driving like morons, and the problem is, if they all just slowed down, it wouldn't be a problem. The problem is that the speed freak psychopaths are still speed freak psychopaths, but there's a lot more slow people in front of them, and they decide to not have any patience to do stupider stuff than normal, and that's when you get accidents.
Pretty much.
I'm going to do 80 while everybody's doing 40, and oh, why am I in somebody's bumper?
Pretty much. He's not wrong. I'm kind of curious as to why the stove hasn't gone off, that it's up to temp yet, because it's been on long enough. It should be up to temp. We'll go through shouting out our commenters, and then I'm just going to put the chicken in the oven for dinner. So why don't we shout out our commenters from last week's video.
Anne, Bridget, Teresa, Andrea, Janet.
Thank you so much for commenting. And we all agree, time change.
I'm just going to say, I don't care if it's less sunshine during the summer. My sleep schedule and my ability to stay conscious is better this time of year, and I think mainly it's because this is what my body wants to be the time of.
It's not a matter of more or less sunshine. Like if we were to stay on standard time. So the optimal would be for us to stay on standard time year round. Like for our bodies. If we stayed on standard time, we would still have the same amount of sunshine during the summer. It just would shift sunsets a bit.
By an hour. Sorry, I have to be smart.
Yeah. You're just moving. Yeah.
Honestly, I think that would be better, especially on the 4th of July. That way we don't have to be up until 10 o'clock at night before the damn fireworks go off. Tell me you're in your 40s without telling me you're in your 40s.
Or over 40. Alright. I'm going to go put our chicken in the oven and then we'll be back. Okay, we're back. And before anybody asks, because one of y'all is going to ask if I don't say it, we're having, it doesn't have a name chicken. There are several dishes in this house that it doesn't have named chicken.
You just called it by a name a minute ago!
Well, it's like a brown sugar. I basically call it brown sugar chicken.
There's a name!
I guess it will now be called brown sugar chicken. Brown sugar Italian chicken, because what you do is you take like a cup of packed brown sugar, you mix a packet of the good seasoned Italian seasoning mix that up. You know, dry. Don't make the dressing, but dry. Mix it up in the sugar. Take your chicken, put it in your pan. Make sure you line your pan with foil because this is it's sugar. It gets sticky. Put it in the pan. Put the brown sugar Italian dressing mix over top of your chicken and bake it in like a 375, 400 degree oven. 400 degree oven is optimal because it gets that chicken like nice and caramelized, or it gets the sugar kind of melty and caramelized, right? For like 20-30 minutes until your chicken's done, depending on the type of chicken you have, right? And that's it. That's all you have to do. It's so easy. It's so simple. And it's so delicious. Yes?
You should do that with your phone for Instagram.
What?
What you just did. Crop me out, put it on Instagram, you'll get a bunch of views. You literally sounded like B. Dylan Hollis with how fast he talks and how enthusiastic he is about it.
It is really good.
Yeah, I think you doing really quick recipes would be really, really funny, especially when you act like me nerding out.
My kitchen's a little dirty for that. I haven't figured out how to make a video, like edit.
You do it right here. You don't need the visual aid. Just say what the recipe is. With cooking instructions.
Haven't figured out how to put together like clips of me cooking so that I can put it on Instagram because I don't do the clock app. I do not like it. I do not want to use it. But yes, my cooking probably would make me go viral if I did the clock app. Someday, somebody's going to convince me to do it. And go viral with my cooking.
That's why I said Instagram. There's a way to do it with Instagram.
Only if... Well, anyways. We'll figure that out.
If you know how to do it, let us know.
Why don't you share your whips?
What whips?
I thought you stitched on Wednesday.
No.
Wednesday was MNG day. I thought you stitched.
No, I was very discombobulated because I was hungry.
There's a story. We won't go into it.
Did I? No, I did.
I thought you stitched. I could have swore you stitched.
Pause video so I look at my bag.
Apparently I'm wrong, and you did not stitch. I could have swore you stitched. But anyways, all right. Well, I guess we'll go through my stitching then for the week. And hopefully I did not grab them in the right order. Oh, now we're stuck. Okay. Should I make animal noises? Okay, so we're going to start with my full coverage. So for my South/full coverage, I worked on my full coverage stamped kit. My succulent. My stamped heart succulent. I did 301 stitches on it down in this corner to start working on filling out the background. Yeah, that's grand. So much white. At least it's not white on white because you have the blue you're covering. And while it has been pointed out before, I'll point it out again in case you missed that one. Yes, when you wash this, according to all of the videos I have seen of people doing stamped cross-stitch kits, this washes out.
So do not use hand-dyed floss with these.
Yes.
It's called a Color Fast, right?
Color Fast, yes. You want to use Color Fast floss. Some hand-dyed flosses claim to be Color Fast. I don't know about that. I do know even like the Color Fast solids, DMC, Sullivan's, their reds can run.
Okay, that's fucking... sorry. That's flipping hysterical. I was literally going to say, does anybody make a Color Fast red? Because I know t-shirts don't do it.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. Okay. So then for Hocus Pocus week, I worked on Tiny Town Nativity for the whole week. The whole week. All my prompts was Tiny Town Nativity. Yes. That is, so, that is Stitch on a Whip with 3 of something on it. Stitch on a Whip with a source of light. Stitch on a Whip that puts you in a trance. And Stitch on a Whip with a household item on it. This is on a piece of absolutely random. I don't even know what I did to dye this fabric. Couldn't tell you. And I did... Oh, I didn't math. Hold on. 6 and 9 is 15. 18, 19, 20. I did 1,220 stitches on it. All of it was like... It was all the buildings. I don't think I had any of the buildings when I started. I think... No, because I had to finish this palm tree. So all of these buildings over here were my stitches. My 3 of something would be the Holy Family. I only have Joseph in here so far. My source of light would be the star. My put you in a trance. Those buildings were pretty easy to stitch because you were just stitching blocks of color. And where I live, if you want a palm tree, it's a household item because it's got to be a house plant. That's what I'm saying. So there it is. I have this half done. I have half of it done. Little under half of it because there is part of the manger here that I have to stitch. But a very good showing on the stitching. I don't know if I have this on my potential contenders for December Dash, but don't really.
Hey, honey.
Doesn't What? Darling?
Isn't most of your list, isn't like half your list on that by now? Because you've been knocking them out so much.
I actually had that thought today. There's a lot of things that could be on December Dash. I'm gonna look at that list sooner. Well, sooner rather than later because it's already November. So then we went to
Monthly.
my monthly, which is the stocking that I am stitching for my cousin's wife. This beautiful thing. This beautiful thing. You're gonna see two start photos too going across my face because I had to make significant movage on the hoop, so I just have them both here. And I did 3 prompts on this, which was 955 stitches. This is just on a piece of white 28 count Aida. I finished this tree that was much bigger than I thought it was. The snowflakes around it, this tree, which looked scandalous until I put the trunk in. And then, so I have the toe left to do. So obviously, the toe part left to do. So obviously it was a big jump visually from here to here. So I put both cover photos for you. There are 3, probably like this size. There's at least 2 like this size trees, a tree this size, and then a couple smaller trees. I don't know if I'm going to get it done by the end of this month. I do think if I am like 1 or 2 trees away from finishing it, this will probably be the first on the December Dash. I do have a feeling this is going to be the first thing to do on the December Dash, only because I really do want to get it done by this Christmas. For them.
Oh, that finally broke off.
So I gotta fix this shirt. We'll fix it.
That about sums up my day.
That was all of my stitching for the day. It was all my stitching. Or for the week. So that was that. Haul. Wednesday night was MNG meeting, so I'm not going to show you any of the Laura King haul because I brought a lot of stuff home from MNG.
She's not the only one.
Moving along. Why don't you show them your haul?
I'm trying to without, you're also getting assaulted by a donkey.
Yes, because donkeys don't understand time change and she's wanted dinner since 4 o'clock.
That's what that is. I love you, dog. You're in the... For shizzle my nizzle. I love... Hi! Okay. First thing I got was this.
You got 2 of those.
Yes, I was about to say that.
It's
3-ring binder with pockets and stuff.
It's a floss holder bag.
I'm using it as project bags.
There you go.
The other one actually has one that I didn't have in a bag. I actually put it in a bag. So, yay. Let me see. Then I got 3 kings from Decorative Textiles. There's that. Let me see. It's a Santa. It's a little kid Santa. I'm not going to try to find the name if it's not easy. Curly Q's Over the Moon. I thought it was cute. I don't even remember grabbing that, actually. Oh, thought it was cute. Let me see. Once Upon a Moonbeam by Heartstrings. One Small Miracle by Mosey and Me.
Mosey and Me.
Okay. I don't think I've ever had this much haul before in my life. This is Diane Author's Bethlehem. I didn't realize it came with its own bag.
Yeah, it came in a bag.
So, yay. I grabbed it more for the bag than anything else.
Well, if you end up not stitching it, I'll probably... I would stitch it, even though I'm already doing...
Oh, that's actually funny. Oberlin Samplers by M.M. Waldock, and it's actually for...
So the name of the company is Oberlin Samplers.
Okay.
The chart is... There's not a name on the chart. It says a time of trickery on it. M.M. Waldock is the designer, and yes, she did live in Oberlin, Ohio. It is a hand-drawn chart. You can see the handwriting on the...
I didn't realize there was that much to it. I just thought it looked cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is The Goblin Market by Patricia Alger from Counted Illuminations.
Yeah, close enough. On the name. I don't really know the name. That is kind of fun.
I might actually do this, even though it's probably driving me nuts, but because that looks awesome. And that's it. That's enough damage.
Okay. So, can I make you laugh?
Mm-hmm.
Or groan? Those all came out of the bag of stuff that I took to drop off. All 4 of these came out of the bag that I took to drop off. You have definitely seen these before because you went through the pile. It's fine. It's fine.
I didn't remember. That's for sure.
You started pulling stuff out and I went, oh, I recognize that.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It has been, I will say, those were in a bag that had been put away for most of us living in this house. So there's a solid chance I didn't even remember all of what was in there. Because everybody picked up, I have 2 copies of Mirabilia's Red. Everybody kept picking up the copy of Mirabilia's Red that I don't put on the freebie table and went, Laura, don't you want this? Laura already has it. Yes.
Might know somebody who did it.
Yes. Alright. My haul. This is... I have no idea what Lavender and Lace Angel this is. It is a Lavender and Lace Angel. I don't normally do the Lavender and Lace Angels, but the person who gave it to me was like adamant, I have this. According to them, there is, I haven't even looked in this. There's one just... according to the person that gave this to me, they're pretty sure that it got abandoned because it was oriented wrong on there, which it probably is. Just sitting here looking at it.
Is it fixable?
I would need to do some measuring of how tall she is versus how far it's going to go down.
May I see this real quick?
I do think she's oriented wrong.
Let me see that picture again. Okay, That's about... Yeah, you have enough room.
I do.
You want to know how I know?
Huh.
The wing is about 1/5 the total height of it, and you can fit 5 of those wings down to the bottom.
I'll do the exact math on it and make sure. There is other stuff in here. There's one of those little things you put. It's missing its other magnet. There's a magnet.
Here.
Probably the flosses, some beads. I don't even know what all of this. I don't even know what all this is. There's some random extras in here. There's like a poopy ton of needles. A poopy ton? Because I almost said the other word. So Friday we were putting up the, we were decorating for fall Thanksgiving decorations for the church, and I knocked something unbreakable. But I knocked something and it rolled, and I went, and I said, shit, really loud in church. Oops.
If you look at the bottom middle of the screen right now, you'll see half of a meowing, starving boy.
Yes. Okay. So I do believe these two folders are the same thing. It is called To the Acorn. It was probably a class of some sort at some point by Pat. I don't know how you say that. Somewhere in this pile is the started project. There's quite a bit left to do on it. I picked it up because it was pretty.
Can I say something that's just me being funny?
What?
You really want to make sure you have plenty for that somebody else started at prompt, don't you?
I apparently do.
This is actually the most somebody already started. I don't think I've ever seen you grab an already started.
I generally don't, but this was really pretty. And I have to go through these two folders and figure out what's what and not in this. It doesn't look like I have any flosses for this, but, you know, we'll get there. Alright. We're going to put some stuff back into the magic bag of fun.
Magic bag of fun?
Yes. I grabbed a couple of crochet hooks. Some of them are aluminum, a couple of them are aluminum, a couple of them are wood. They're just the common sizes that I use that I like. This is called The Herbal Kitchen by Linda Bird. The Herbal Kitchen. I think it's cool. Basil chives. I don't know what that one is. Well, yeah, yeah. Loops and Threads. Loops and Threads kit. It is a stamped embroidery kit. Wasn't Loops and Threads the Hobby Lobby house name for a while? Or is that Michael's house name? I don't know. It's cute. It's a little pumpkin with flowers. It's pumpkin that's not Halloween. That's the moral of that story. This is another one that somebody started it, and I grabbed it. It is the Sweetheart Tree called Lavender Radiance. And it had been started. A little bit. We'll get there. We'll get through it. There is a thing called loose threads, loose ends. I can't remember exactly what it's called. If I can find it before I post this video, I will link it. But it is basically taking projects somebody else has started and finishing it for the family. Well, you can either finish it for the family or finish it for yourself. It depends on what the family wants to do with it. But it's to help, like, if somebody passes away and they have a massive bunch of whips, somebody gets to finish it. And that's kind of what I feel like right now. Because he's right, I do have a lot of things that are half started. This is a Textured Treasures design. It's called Twilight 2, T-O-O. I am hoarding all of the Textured Treasures patterns and kits that I can get my little grubby fingers on because she is no longer shipping to the U.S. right now because of tariffs. And I love her patterns.
So what you're saying is I'm going to get into a freaking car and drive to Canada.
If I can ever she is bringing stuff, like when she does shows and stuff in the States, she's bringing stuff. If she ever does something that is close by, at this point, it's worth me going to. I think she goes to Needlework Market in Nashville. At this point, it's worth it to me to go to that to get her stuff because I love her stuff. And then this is not started, but all of the stuff is there. It is ribbon candy ornaments. So they look like those ribbon candy things.
I haven't had ribbon candy in forever. No, I want some.
I gotta find some now. Okay, and then the project was this embroidery wreath thing with buttons and embroidery, and I wasn't stunningly enthused by it. I was also excessively overwhelmed on Wednesday, didn't have anything together to do it. But as I was standing there chatting with my one friend who was looking for some buttons for her project, I started looking at some buttons, and I started kind of pulling out some cool purpley buttons. And the next thing we knew, we had a collection of buttons sitting there that were the cool purples. And our wonderful program director, Marcia, was like, why don't you make a bunch of grapes? So I pulled out a whole bunch of buttons. These are from our friend that passed away, Annie. They're from her button collection. So I'm going to make a bunch of grapes with Annie's buttons. I'm going to go through the buttons I have from my grandmother and see if I have any more other purple buttons. But I got to work that out because I wasn't planning on this, so I got to figure something out. And that is haul for the week. We need to get done because I need to finish our supper and we need to eat. Actually, supper is cooked. That is the beauty of this chicken. It's cooking in the oven. It's probably almost done by now.
Let's go.
I'm going to heat up some vegetables and we're going to have dinner. Should I do starch with it? Probably. Am I going to? Absolutely not. Because I'm an adult. I'm eating protein and vegetable. I guess that's probably better than anything.
Worst case scenario, we'll have some ramen when we get home.
I don't think we need it. Okay.
I do. I also just like it. But anyway.
Well, anyways. Alright, so this week's daily plans. Do you have plans? Poop. I didn't say, do you have plans?
No, I don't even know which way is up. Because I'm just tired. Because of the weather and my anxiety from it, my body decided to wake me up 4 or 5 times last night. I got 4 hours of sleep in broken up segments. I am not a happy human. And we have more stuff to do later. Okay, let's go.
Alright. So, our prompts are all related to Helen, Georgia. Somebody from Georgia, one of our members from Georgia, wrote some lovely prompts teaching us about the lovely town of Helen, Georgia. So, our prompts are stitch on a whip that has an element of the outdoors.
Just read through one.
Stitch on a whip that reminds you of a historical event or place. Stitch on a whip containing an object you might see at a parade. Stitch on a Christmas whip, or if you don't stitch for Christmas, a holiday of your choice, but state which holiday. Stitch on a whip that reminds you of spring or warm weather. So,
We did all the ones I can think of.
Hold on. That one I can get at least 3 of the 5 out of. That one I could probably get 4 of the 5 out of.
Do that then. You pick. I'm too tired. I'm sorry. Plus, these prompts are just like. I think I just need to make a photo album of all these dang prompts.
I probably do. Female geisha in red has flowers on it, so that would be outdoors.
Geishas are parades.
You would see you could see that at a parade. Geishas are historical, and the flowers on it are cherry blossoms, so that would remind me of spring.
Also, that outfit I believe is actually what they use for the Cherry Blossom Festival type of thing,
Could be.
which is a spring festival.
I
didn't even know there was stuff on the back.
These are the 4. These are the stamped ones I showed. So last week, 2 weeks ago, I can't remember when. I showed 4 of the stamped kits from Laura King. I wrote them down. 3 of the 4 have flowers on it and remind me of warm weather, so I could relate those to spring.
I'll just do the geisha for
I'll just do geisha, because I actually do really want to stitch on her, so...
Geisha, geisha, geisha!
Get out of there! She was sniffing in something she shouldn't have been.
And then she goes looking around like, what, Mom?
There's an open bag of my snackies sitting by where I sit most of the day. I did not pick it up while we were coming in here to do this because I'm right here and I can generally trust her. So, alright. So that is this coming week's stitching. We'll work on Female Geisha in red. If it is a 400 weeks, so if for some reason I finish that project out, we'll throw something else out there.
Do the ones that Sampler can't do first.
Yes. Somewhere on here, I swear I had... Oh, okay, so my December Dash offerings are Happily Ever After, which is just a cute little house that says Happily Ever After on it. The O Come All Ye Faithful ornament that's got the church and the star on it. My Nora Corbett Sunflower Fairy, Female Geisha Red. Romping in the Sunflowers, which is the greyhound in a patch of sunflowers. The Stocking, and Gobble Gobble. So...
We'll figure that out when we get that far.
We'll figure that out when we get that far. Because a couple of these could come off because they will be finished. I could probably throw Tiny Town Nativity up there too as a possibility. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. I also have my list of possible 2026 yearly projects. Again, that's for December, Laura, to figure. Alright, that's it. What do we want those people to do?
Have a lovely day.
Have a fantastic evening.
Please like, comment, subscribe, bell notification, pet your critter if you got one.
It's dinner time. Thank you all so much for spending some time with us this week. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We hope you were entertained. And we do hope to see you again next week.
Bye!